Hi and welcome to From Chaos to Cosmos. I'm Christy, your guide and helping you to find your personal perfect cosmic order. And today I have for you your Tarotoscope reading for Taurus season 2026. I want this to feel like grabbing a magazine and flicking to the back to see what your horoscope has in store for you for the month. So this is your time to take it easy, put on a face mask, get a beverage, do what you've got to do, get comfy, and let's have some kind of girly astrology time. Today I am literally just drinking a lemon and ginger tea. I so don't feel well, and I think I said on Aries season Tarotoscopes that I had a slight cold. I have full blown chill flu vibes. So I was on a hen do and I actually thought that it was oh my god, the rain outside is mental. I actually think it's hail. I actually thought that it was the aftermath of the hen do. I was like, well, maybe I'm just not as young as I used to be, so I don't know, it's all catching up with me. But it's been I've been back for over a week and I'm progressively getting more and more ill, so I think I just have to accept that I have a flu of some sorts. Anyway, let's leave that to the side for now. So you may have noticed I have my Sabrina Carpenter t-shirt on. She is of course a very lovely Taurus, and then I did my makeup kind of inspired by her Coachella makeup look, kind of vaguely. I went off course a little bit, but I did not iron my t-shirt and I did not wash my hair, because I feel in honour of Taurus season, I want to look luxurious and beautiful and gorgeous, but low-key I'm feeling kind of lazy. So the way this video is laid out is I have pulled a tarot card for all 12 signs of the zodiac. So you can use this video in a couple of different ways. Most people know their sun sign because all you really need to know is the date that you were born. So if that's all you know, then that's fine. You can go right to your sun sign tarot card to gain insight and wisdom for the month ahead. However, if you do know your rising sign, I would recommend going to that, because personally I do find that to be a little bit more accurate for horoscope purposes. Or you could blend together your sun sign, your moon sign and your rising sign and get a more comprehensive reading based on your big three. Or if you really want to get into it for a more in-depth reading that covers your kind of whole zodiac chart, you can pull up your natal chart and look at each house and look at what zodiac sign rules that house for you, and then through that way you can go first house. Okay, I'm going to say you're a Taurus rising. You're going to look at your first house, you're going to look at the Taurus, and you're going to correlate that to the first house areas of your life. I'm going to put a little cheat sheet on screen if you don't know what each areas of the houses actually represent. This just means that you can get a little bit more out of this video. However, it is obviously worth noting that this is a collective video, so it's not taking into account you personally and your personal energy. If you do want to have a reading with me, I will leave details of how to do so on the screen, and I will also leave my email address in the description box below so you can send me a little email. So before we get into the individual zodiac sign readings, I will just tell you a little bit about Taurus season, what this kind of energy feels like, and then we'll pull a little collective card for everyone. Then we'll get into the individual zodiac ones. So the sun enters Taurus, the sign of fixed earth, on the 20th of April 2026. Taurus is reliability, stability, routines and finances, although this sign is a lot more than just money and material possessions. As Venus's favourite sign, Taurus season asks us to strengthen our self-worth. It asks us to remind ourselves that we do deserve luxury and we do deserve pleasure, and that we can align by the truest and best version of ourselves by embodying that every single day through our routines and through our habits. It's time to ask ourselves, what is it that we want to allow ourselves to enjoy in this physical world? Is the flow of money and luxury and abundance blocked because of some kind of internal outdated beliefs that we are holding on to, when if we let go of these beliefs, it would allow that flow of abundant energy to come towards us. Or maybe we work ourselves to the bone to the point of absolute burnout because we kind of believe that intense, non-stop hard work is the only way to get by in life. If Aries season was the spark of intensity and passion that illuminated what our hopes and dreams were, then Taurus season is the time to kind of ground and embody and root into those dreams. It's tapping into the version of you that is already in alignment with that. I love Taurus energy, and I feel like Taurus gets really boxed into being routine, stable, stubborn, lazy, which definitely is all Taurus traits. I just noticed that it manifests incredibly different in everybody. So this also means that the overall energy of Taurus and the energy of Taurus season can be quite variable in how that manifests for you and how you use it to your advantage. I love any excuse to talk about Zeus. So while Taurus is ruled by Venus, there is a strong mythological tie to Zeus, where he transformed himself into a beautiful, majestic white bull so that he could seduce the Phoenician princess Europa. And I always think that people with strong Taurus placements have this kind of look to them. Like they've got these kind of like beautiful, gentle, caring, really kind eyes that draw you in. And that's also a really nice way to think about this season. What do you want to be drawn in by? What do you want to let yourself be seduced by? And what version of you do you want to embody so that you can seduce the life that you desire? In the body, Taurus rules over the throat, neck and shoulders. So that makes Taurus season an ideal time to go for like a back, neck and shoulder massage, or just a massage of any kind. So it's kind of like taking care of these areas that might be kind of tense and stressed, but also adding in that luxury aspect of it. Taurus really wants you to kind of enjoy the physical pleasures. If you don't want to go for a massage, you can always give yourself a massage, and this can be equally beneficial. And you can also be like massaging your shoulders, massaging your neck, and think about the tension that you actually want to energetically release as well. Yoga is also amazing. Of course, I always talk about yoga. For Taurus season, I think it could be beneficial to practice two different kind of types. If you want to lean into the kind of luxury and enjoyment of kind of physical sensations elements, then maybe you would want to do more of like a kind of really slow flow, stretchy class where you get really connected with your breath. Or if you want to connect to the more kind of structured, grounded element of Taurus, then you could do really kind of strength-based practices, really focusing on like your legs and kind of building that strength from the ground up. But definitely bring in some neck, shoulder and chest stretches, some nice heart opening poses as well. So I really love puppy pose, I really love fish pose, and I really love eagle arms as well. These are ones that I do honestly pretty much every day to just kind of care for this area of my body. Taurus season would be the perfect time to make a money bowl. So if you don't know what a money bowl is, it's essentially a bowl or some kind of vessel that you keep within your home and you enchant it. So basically you enchant it to help you to produce more money. So it can be like really specific if you want to get money from a certain place or a certain thing that you're doing, or it can just be more general and more like a bowl of abundance. So you can feed the bowl by putting money into it, or you can put herbs in it that align with your intention, or you can even put like petitions or wishes or manifestations or anything into the bowl as well. I actually do have a step-by-step spell tutorial on my other channel about how to make a money bowl. I will leave that linked below if you are interested. I do think I made this this maybe about 2 years ago, so it is slightly outdated and my money bowl has changed quite a bit since then, but it still gives you the general idea of how you could make your own. And let's move on to our collective card for Taurus season. We have the Page of Wands. So the vibe I am getting here is taking our passions and grounding them into reality. If Aries season was our creative spark of passion, Taurus season is now the time to actually make shit happen. We are still just 1 month into the astrological new year, so we definitely don't have to know it all. Kind of like the Page of Wands, we are still in that era. Like, we know where we're headed, we know where we want to go, but we don't know every single step of the way. We've still got a lot of learning to do to make whatever we want really solid. I kind of think about this in the way of, see if I'm having a really difficult day and it's one of those days where I feel like I just can't get anything done and everything feels a little bit overwhelming. I tell myself that I just need to focus on the next step. Okay, so the next step might be, okay, you literally just have to sit up and get out of bed. Just sit up, get out of bed. Okay, once I've done that, I'm like, okay, the next step is put some clothes on. The next step is take the dogs out. And I literally do not think about the big picture of what I have to get done that day. I just focus on the next immediate thing that I need to do. Life can work like that as well. We don't need to have it all figured out. We don't need to know what the end game is. We just need to know what our next step is. When it comes to creating change and taking something from just a desire that lives in your head to making it an actual physical, tangible reality, you just kind of have to ask yourself, okay, what is the next aligned step that I can take that is in the general direction of my goal? There is an element of letting life unfold for you, but it's like, okay, this is the kind of direction that I'm going. What's the next step? This is a message for my Aries friends or for the Aries areas of your birth chart. So you have the King of Cups reversed. For you Aries, I'm feeling that Taurus season, there is going to be a real focus on your emotional world, especially if you are somebody who is quick to react emotionally and you have more of like an act now, think later kind of personality. You might be being called to kind of tame your impulses slightly, and I don't mean like holding in and pushing down your emotions, but just kind of like slowing that processing time down so that you actually have time to like absorb and think about how you're feeling before then you can communicate that in a healthy way. If you are quite emotionally reactive, there might be a tendency there to kind of have like a very strong, fiery burst of emotions, and kind of it's almost like a big like explosion as you're on your rampage. But then actually after things have like settled, you kind of think to yourself, oh shit, that actually wasn't even that deep. Or maybe it actually was that deep, but you could have just handled it a lot differently. But now it's too late because you can't take your actions back once you've already done them. Taurus season might have a couple of like ups and downs for you. I'm sensing that some things might come up that might have like the element of surprise to it. And your kind of challenge here is to control your reactions in these moments, which is incredibly difficult to do if something unexpected comes up. But that's the kind of energy that I'm getting here for you. I'm also like getting the saying of you can catch more flies with honey than with shit. So essentially what I'm getting from that is if you like want your point to be heard, you want your voice to be listened to, you want something to kind of come across, even if that is coming from an uncomfortable place or a place of anger or a place of annoyance, if you are more strategic with your actions and reactions, you're more likely to get people on your side than if you just kind of like blow up and you're like, fuck you all, I'll kill you bitches.
She started to hyperventilate, and then she reached for a hit of what she thought was an oxygen tank. It turned out to be a helium container from pediatrics. then she screams, "I'll kill you, bitches!" Which, frankly, we all thought was hilarious.
Oh, indeed it was.
So it's still honouring your emotions, accepting them completely, but learning to channel them in a way that other people are going to be more receptive to. This is a message for Taurus or for the Taurus areas of your birth chart. So if you are a Taurus sun, then happy birthday to you. If you want to leave me a little comment, I will do an extra tarot card pull specifically for you. So if you have a question that you want to ask me, then feel free to ask it and I'll do a little one card pull for you. Or if you just want like a general card to be pulled, then I'm happy to do that for you as well. But your card for Taurus season is the 10 of Wands reversed. So if you feel like you've had a lot weighing on you recently, kind of like a heaviness like internally, or like kind of something like pressing down like heavy on your chest that's been leaving you feeling like sluggish or depleted, or just like things have been quite difficult, I'm really sensing that this is going to be easing up for you throughout the month of Taurus season. And I'm really feeling that with the release of this pressure, it's going to allow for more creativity, fun and pleasure to flow into your life in its place. If you do feel like there's been a burden that you've been holding by yourself, so you've kind of been like holding down the fort on your own, or maybe you've took on more than you can handle, I'm feeling very much like the energy of like a group project that the group has not been participating in and you've been doing all the hard work. I am feeling for you that throughout this month, you might well have someone come in that's going to kind of help you with this burden. They're going to lighten the load a little bit for you and offer you some kind of like help or assistance. And with this additional help, it's going to offer you a lot more freedom so that you can have enjoyment and fun and a little bit of playfulness in your life again. If some of you feel like you have kind of been missing out on like a playful aspect of life, I'm sensing this is definitely going to be kind of re-sparked again for you. This could potentially also be your sign to ask for help as well. If you are someone who kind of has been struggling, and maybe you're in the mindset of, oh, like I really need help with this, maybe the people around you just need for you to vocalize that and tell them that there's something that you need like a little bit of extra support with. And if it is your birthday coming up, then a little bit of emotional manipulation never hurt anyone. Just tell them that it's your birthday soon, and if they don't help you, then they're kind of a bad person. I am really sensing that whatever these burdens were, whatever the weight that you've been carrying, although it might have not felt altogether kind of great or good, and it might have been a struggle, I am feeling that this has actually set a really grounded, stable foundation for you for your future. So this might look like you've been like massively like hustling towards something, so you've been like in like work mode constantly and you've not had any time for play, and that's been a real struggle. But it means like the solid foundation that you have laid down is going to be like amazing for you to just keep building upon. Or it might just be if you've been carrying so much recently, when some of that burden is lifted off you, you're kind of like, wow, life is so much easier. Like I can cope with anything. Like if I can deal with all of that like I previously just carried and all the stuff that I went through, then I'm really able to kind of cope with anything that life brings to me. I'm really sensing that you have built up a lot of resilience in yourself and in your life, and from that you've created a place for yourself to have more freedom and fun and play. This is a message for my Gemini friends or for the Gemini areas of your birth chart. So your tarot card for Taurus season is the Moon reversed. If something has recently been brought to light for you, kind of like maybe an illusion has been unveiled, or you thought something was one way, but it actually turns out that it was something entirely different behind the scenes. I'm really sensing that there might have been like a lot of intensity around this thing. So maybe like subconsciously you knew that things maybe weren't as they were appearing to be, and things were kind of building up, and it was making like a real kind of like intense kind of like pressure container almost, because those things were like hidden. But then now they've been brought into full illumination, and you can kind of like face whatever those fears are. Even if it's something that you don't particularly like, now you know what you're dealing with and you can see it for the truth of the matter. That intensity can actually lessen. Maybe this is something that has previously happened for you, or maybe this is something that is in the process of happening. So with things like this, sometimes it can feel like, oh my god, I can't believe that I couldn't see that for what it was, or I can't believe that I had the wool pulled over my eyes like that, or I can't believe I was like tricked, and I can't believe I was deceived, and I can't believe I was so silly, or whatever. And that can be like your initial emotions that come up around topics like this. But then eventually the clarity will start to settle in, and that can feel really, really freeing in a way. Of course, this is a collective reading, so it's really hard to get into, it's actually impossible to get into the real specifics of the situation, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. But I am feeling for some of you that around the next full moon, so the full moon in Taurus season will be a Scorpio full moon, I am sensing that something significant might happen for you on or around that time, and I am really sensing the word epiphany. I just feel like this month is going to be really illuminating for you. You're going to have a lot of clarity on some overarching themes in your life, and it's almost like a fog is being lifted, and as this fog is lifted, you can kind of reclaim your power again because you know exactly what it is that you're facing. This is a message for my Cancer friends, or for the Cancer areas of your birth chart. So your card is the Page of Cups. Cancer, I am feeling for you that this month is going to be full of not only fun, but lots of really fun surprises. I'm feeling like a lot of entertainment, maybe even some of you take like a lot of joy in the arts or going to the theatre. Your life itself might even feel like a little bit like a sitcom at times, but I'm sensing in like a really fun kind of light-hearted way. So even like if issues do come up for you, they're like resolved in like an episode. And I also feel like there might be some like unexpected things that do come up for you as well, but your energy is kind of in that kind of, well, that's weird, but fuck it, I'll do it for the plot kind of thing. Like a real emphasis on leaning into the silliness that is life. Like we are literally floating on a rock in space. Like, essentially, you're here for a good time, not for a long time. I'm also actually sensing though, although this does have like a real light-hearted energy, that through this kind of like light attitude that you're going to have a lot of deep transformation through this, and you might not even realise as you're going through it that you are having a really transformative time. I'm almost getting the image of like the lotus flower coming up through the dirt. So the lotus flower doesn't let the fact that it's like in like swampy dirt stop it from being like the most beautiful flower ever. It's kind of resilient, and it's like, oh whatever, I'm fucking beautiful, I'm having like the time of my life, and it just kind of does its own thing and out it blooms. I'm feeling like this is like a real mindset shift for you of like, doesn't matter what dirt comes my way, doesn't matter what happens, I know who I am, I'm true to myself, I control my energy, and I decide where my energy lies. I am sensing that there could be like a lot of like drama and theatrics in your life as well. So it's not even that I'm like, oh, you're having this like really like light-hearted kind of fun playful attitude, because it's just going to be like a really easy like simple kind of month. And for some of you it might be, but I'm really feeling here like that there is like a slight drama there, but it's you that's actually like making this feel kind of light and feel kind of fun. And even if it's not fun, you're just kind of approaching things in like a really healthy, kind of good, light-hearted, positive way. And like I said, it might not feel all that transformative when you're moving through it, but I feel like this period of your life has a real potential to be a time where you look back on and you're like, wow, that time in my life was really crazy and really transformed me, and I got through it because I was like wearing a silly hat and looking at a little fish coming out of a cup. This is for my Leo friends or for the Leo areas of your chart. So Leo, your card is the Star. Surprise, surprise. For you, I feel like this is going to be a really beautiful time of tapping into your true authenticity and really getting to like know yourself on a deeper level and really like accepting yourself for exactly who you are. And through this, you're going to find like a lot of like freedom and a lot of expansiveness. Now is not a time for you to be restricted by things like societal norms. It is time for you to be like loud, proud, unapologetically you. You might be looking to kind of break the mold in some kind of way. So this could be like through like what your expected career is meant to be, through like societal expectations, gender norms, things like that. And you might be just really in a place where you're questioning these things. Even things like getting into the mindset of, oh, by this age you should have achieved this, or by that age you should have achieved that. I actually just watched a video by, her name is Lynette Atkins, I think her name is, and she was talking about how you can never be behind in your own life because you are the only one individual you. So like nobody can really tell you what being behind or what right or what wrong is. I feel like it's just really a time of saying like a big fuck you to all the things that don't align with you, including like people, expectations, all of that, and just really letting yourself shine for the star that you are. This is your one shot at life as the like you that you are right now, so don't let yourself be diluted by other people. And you know what? I am really feeling that there is so much cosmic energy here to support you in doing this. Like you truly have the backing of whatever it is that you believe in that is higher than us. So this could be like your higher self, it could be the universe, God, the cosmos, whatever it is that you believe in. I am just sensing that everything is really like aligning for you and really calling for you to be the star, to be who you actually authentically are. So it is such a Leo thing to be loud and proud and bold. Like everybody knows this, everybody knows all of this about Leo, but I still feel like just because Leos are the star of the show most of the time doesn't mean that they don't get worried about their own how they're perceived, or they're sometimes worried about showing up authentically, because they do have that pride there as well. So I feel like, Leo, it is time to remember that you're literally the sun. Like the sun doesn't question, it doesn't go, oh, am I too hot, am I too bright, am I too shiny, am I taking up too much of the sky? The sun just shines and does what it does, and everything else revolves around it. And I think that's a real message for you here as well. Don't worry about being too much or different from what people expected, or again like falling into the traps of like what's like expected of you, or these like societal norms. Like you're being really called to be true to who you authentically are and who you really want to be. And I am feeling like this change is going to be a big step for you. It's going to be like make big scale changes for you and potentially for society as a whole. It's the idea that the changes that you make on a micro level does have impact on a macro level as well. Your own changes that you make for yourself, or the more you are true and authentic to you, That is going to draw in people who are attracted to the true version of you. It is going to inspire other people to show up more like themselves as well. It's true that the more you give to yourself, you can also give more to others as well. I also feel like for some of you, if you have any kind of like platform like social media or something like that, you might be feeling called to do more like inspirational content on there. And like I said, Leo's never known for exactly being the wallflower, but it still can be scary to be vulnerable and to put yourself on a platform and to let the spotlight be shone on you. But you can't let the fear of this get in your way, because there are people who are buzzing to meet the most aligned, authentic version of you. Take a shot every time I've said the word authentic. Basically, as they said in the 2004 Hilary Duff masterpiece, A Cinderella Story, don't let the fear of striking out keep you from playing the game. This is for my Virgo friends, or for the Virgo areas of your birth chart. So Virgo, your card is the Two of Wands. So Virgo, I feel that you do have a true vision for your goals and for your life and for where you're going. But for one reason or another, you haven't quite been able to alchemize it and to make it happen in reality just yet. So throughout Taurus season, I feel that you're being asked to remember that you are the magician of your own reality. If you want it, you can have it, and it is possible for you. However, it's not just as easy as the ask, believe, receive as people would have you think it is. I mean, like, for some things it is that easy. Like, you can just ask, believe, receive if you have like kind of, if it's something that's likely to happen in your life, and if like your beliefs are like super aligned with it and you have like no restrictions there on this topic. For instance, if I were to ask, believe, receive that I will get a free cup of coffee today, do I think that's likely to happen? Yeah, probably. My husband's a barista. I'll just go into like the coffee shop where he works, and yeah, I have very little limitations when it comes to that. But if I want to manifest like 100,000 subscribers on YouTube by the end of today, do I think that's possible to happen? It is possible. Do I think it's plausible? Well, no, I do have some barriers there, some restrictions, even though I do fully believe that it is something that is technically possible to happen. It's not just going to be as simple as ask, believe, receive for me on that. So with this card here, I feel like it's telling me that the vision is clear, but you've just not been able to bring it into reality just yet. So thinking about alchemizing your dreams into reality from a tarot perspective, I would like to take us back to the magician and being the magician of your life. So if we look at that card, the magician has all the tools that he needs to kind of weave his own reality. He has the wands that are his fire and his passion. He has the swords that are his thoughts and his intellect. He has the cups that are his emotions and the subconscious world. And he has the pentacles, which is the physical reality that he lives in. To manifest, he blends all of these things together. He has the passion and drive to get where he wants. That fire, the wands kind of give you like the audacity to believe that you can have something. So in the Two of Wands card, we can see that he does have two wands. He has two audacities to give. And he's kind of like got them at either side of him. That's kind of like creating a threshold for him to walk through. So he has the audacity, the fire, the drive, the passion there. He's just not fully stepped into it yet. The magician also works on his mind and his thoughts. That's the swords. So this means like thinking about his self-talk. The things that he is literally saying out loud are like the words that he is speaking, aligning with where he wants to be in life, because like your words are incantations. They are spells. They do hold energy. They do hold power. But he is also really aware of like his like thought patterns that he has in his internal talk. He levels out his emotional world, making sure that his emotions are in alignment with where he wants to be as well, and not in a toxic way, can I just say. Like, we do not do toxic positivity over here. Sometimes things are just shit, and that's not great, but it's like fine. It just is the way the world is. The Magician acknowledges his feelings. He accepts them exactly as they are. He embraces them for what they are. But he knows that ultimately he does deserve to feel good. He deserves to feel emotionally fulfilled, and he deserves to feel happiness, joy, pleasure, passion, all of this. Then he brings all this together by taking actions in the physical world right now. He asks himself, what actions can I take right now as someone who has the drive, intellect, and emotional alignment of someone with the goals that I want, with the person that I want to be? How can I like step into that version of me and right now in this very moment start acting from that place? Virgo, I do feel like you're absolutely on the right path, but Taurus season is just the time for you to level up and make it happen. This is a message for Libra, or for the Libra areas of your birth chart. So Libra, you have the 9 of Pentacles, and what a beautiful, beautiful card of luxury. This card always makes me think of Hera in the Garden of Hesperides, and I love when it comes up because to me it signifies that it is time to kind of let yourself lavish in luxury. Libra, I know you're going to fucking love that. Like, I know Libras, like, love the luxury. They love that. So, as another Venus-ruled sign, I'm sure you're, like, very happy to hear this. This card is all about enjoying the fruits of your labour, letting yourself kind of be really kind of in the day-to-day moments, making them feel really lovely and really pleasurable. And the card that the woman is holding here is a falcon. So while this card does have a very soft, flowy, feminine energy to it, falcons are birds of prey, and pretty fierce ones at that. They are fantastic little hunters who actually strike and capture their prey mid-flight. The falcon can represent precision, strategic action, clear vision, and determination. So with this card, it indicates that we either have or we will create this life of abundance that we can really enjoy. But this does come with some action. She didn't just sit around and wait for the good life to come to her. She has moments of being in her soft girl era, but you know, she's not just consistently in like the receptive state. She also knows how to strategically get the things that she wants. She has built a life that she can enjoy because her intellect and her determination has got her there. So, of course, we are in Taurus season. 'Tis the season of structure and stability. So you might be called to focus on your daily routines and your habits so that you can ensure that they are creating a very sturdy foundation for this luxurious life that you want to have or do have and want to maintain. We are making sure that this isn't just a fleeting moment of enjoyment, and it is something that can last you a lifetime. The garden didn't just grow overnight, and now that it is grown, it is still going to take some maintenance, some nurturing, some care, and this comes from like the routine day-to-day stuff as well. This is the daily stuff that you have to do to keep your garden blossoming and to continue to have it grow more and more and more. There is also a message that if you're not living in abundance currently right now, that you can cultivate this feeling from inside yourself. You do not have to wait until your entire garden is grown. You can just literally enjoy the one flower that you have right now. This is a message for Scorpio, or for the Scorpio areas of your birth chart. So Scorpio, you have the Knight of Pentacles reversed, and I think this is so funny because in Aries season, Scorpio's card was the Knight of Pentacles as well. So what are the chances? Sometimes the tarot is just like, I have a message and I'm really driving that message into you right now. Sometimes it can have a slightly different meaning, so let's get into it. So last month we really spoke about how the Knight of Pentacles was calling you to kind of slow down on your journey and take the scenic route of life. So you kind of could have like a destination that you were going towards, but kind of to slow down and enjoy the pleasures along the way. In Taurus season, I am feeling that there's going to be a little bit more pace brought to your life. And I am feeling that something is going to kind of come your way that might have been unexpected. So I am thinking like a really unexpected opportunity or unexpected finances that are coming your way. I'm kind of feeling like this is the energy of you kind of feel like you're being swept up and taken on a little bit of a side quest. Or as you're like walking, the trees kind of blow off to the side and you just happen to be in the right time at the right place to notice this little secret mystery path that might be taking you on like a special little route, or maybe taking you on like a little shortcut of sorts. And for some of you, I am feeling that something unexpected from your past might be coming up. So it might be something that already has the steady foundations there, but only now it's kind of starting to pick up the pace and you're starting to kind of see the benefits of that. This could be something like maybe somebody from your past kind of shows up now and offers you like a really cool new opportunity, or something that you put work into in the past. Say for instance, you have like a creative endeavour, you are like an artist and you done like all this work like a couple of years ago or something, and nothing really came of it, but something happens now and it starts getting all this recognition. I'm just feeling like there's like a revival of some kind. Like the word like revival is coming through in my mind, and I'm kind of thinking of this as something from your past comes to you now and propels you forward into your future. Yeah, I'm just kind of sensing that something unexpected is coming your way. It's not something that you ever thought would happen, or maybe you did but you just weren't expecting it to happen right now. And like I said, it might feel like a little bit of like a side quest, but it's almost too good of an opportunity to pass up on. This is a message for my Sagittarius friends, or for the Sagittarius areas of your birth chart. So your card is the Six of Pentacles. Sagittarius, if you have been feeling like you have been putting a lot of effort into something continuously, and you've never really been getting anything back from that, or maybe what you're getting back hasn't been an equal measure in some way. Maybe if you feel like you were kind of like scrambling for like attention, or scrambling for any kind of recognition, or even to be paid. Maybe you're like a creative of some sort and you've been doing like a lot of work for like a discounted rate or just for recognition, but through this you felt like you were being kind of undervalued. I am really feeling that now you're going to start to see a bigger return on your investments. Like those things are going to really start balancing out for you now, and there's going to be a lot more balance between the things that you are giving out to people and the things that you're receiving in return. I also feel like for some of you, maybe something significant might have happened round about the last full moon that we had in Libra. So that was like the 1st, 2nd of April or something like that. And that full moon was in Libra. So Libra is all about fairness, balance, partnerships, equal energy. And I'm feeling that maybe there was some kind of shift that happened for you at this time. It could even be like an internal shift or a subconscious shift. Subconscious shift is quite hard to say. Or it could have even been like a thought or an idea that kind of randomly popped into your head round about this time, and this is going to kind of open up this space for that energy to kind of flow to you in a more balanced way. I am feeling like in these areas of your life, the Taurus season might be quite significant for you, and it might be a time that you kind of look back on and you're like, that was kind of like everything was really taken off at that time. Like, Almost like it's like a High School Musical, start something new kind of vibe. This is a message for Capricorn, or for the Capricorn areas of your birth chart. And when I say that this card flew out, it flew out of the deck. Your card is the Hanged Man, and if you remember correctly, during Aries season, your card was also the Hanged Man. So for Taurus season, I am getting a real sense that this coming up, there is time now for you to bring a real sense of stability to your goals and to your aspirations. If you are someone who works really hard towards their goals and towards the things that they really, really want in life, you might be kind of called to ask yourself if these things are entirely in alignment with where you want to be. You're kind of being called to ask, is this thing I'm working on, is the places I'm putting my energy, is this really the mark that I want to make on the world? Almost as if it is time for you to like take a pause and ask if the places that you're going and the things that you're doing are in complete alignment with you. Sometimes when we are working towards something, it can kind of feel like we are like swimming against the current, or we are moving through quicksand, and everything feels like really, really difficult. Like nothing is in flow and nothing is easeful. And sometimes this is on purpose, and it's supposed to feel a little bit difficult because you're supposed to build up resilience, and you're supposed to build up strength, and you're supposed to feel like you've like earned your position when you finally get there. That's something that like Capricorn energy really loves as well, like feeling like they have like earned their recognition. They don't just want to have anything like handed to them, like Capricorn wants to work for it. But sometimes when we're moving through something and it is this consistent feeling of moving through quicksand, it's not because we're supposed to build resilience, and it's not because we're kind of working towards something that's really meant for us. It's because the cosmos is kind of like, bestie, take a hint. Life isn't supposed to be this fucking hard. So there really is an opportunity here for you throughout Taurus season, I feel, to take a look at the areas of your life that do feel like they lack stability, that don't feel like super solid, that maybe always feel like they're like a little bit rocky or a little bit difficult. Maybe there's a relationship in your life that is really difficult to maintain, and you know, relationships do take effort, but there is supposed to be like it's supposed to feel good more times than it feels bad, right? Or maybe it's like your job that just feels like every day, like it's just like such a slog to like get up and do the work, and it's like you're hustling like your way to the top of something that you don't even like fucking want. And you know what? Capricorn energy also really hates to quit. But this isn't about quitting, actually. It's actually about getting on the path that's right for you. This is a message for my Aquarius friends, or for the Aquarius areas of your birth chart. Your card is the Knight of Wands. So Aquarius, I feel like there is something that you really, 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 really want. And I'm sensing that now you're really, 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 really going for it. Maybe there's been like some prep work that's been going on in the background that you've been working on for a while, or maybe the cosmos has kind of been lining things up for you. But I'm sensing that this month is like true action, like you're just so driven and you're just going for it. It's like the energy of you're really, really, really going for something, or something is really, 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 really going for you. I'm sensing there's like a lot of passion coming up for you. So this could be like a project that you're working on, but it could also be like a relationship. If you've been craving more passion in your life, I'm really sensing that that's going to be coming through. Somebody could be coming into your life and bringing so much intense, fiery, passionate energy that you feel like you're just getting swept up in, almost like a whirlwind romance. Or maybe you are the Knight of Wands in this scenario and you're swooping into somebody else's life in like a Knight of Wands style energy. I also keep hearing the word like extravagance. So maybe like there's going to be like more extravagance in the way that you speak, the language that you use, the clothes that you wear, the way that you like live your life. I'm sensing like everything's going to be like bigger and better and bolder and more colourful. And I'm feeling like it's the kind of way, you know, like when you have like a crush on someone or you like meet someone new and it's like everything's so good, like the fucking grass is greener, the skies are bluer, every song is like meant for you. I'm sensing this is like the energy that you need to be leaning into right now. This is a message for my Pisces friends or for the Pisces areas of your birth chart. So Pisces, your tarot card for Taurus season is the Empress reversed. So with Taurus season, of course, comes the physical and the tangibility of things. But for you Pisces, I'm feeling that there might be a lot of like thoughts swirling around your mind right now of what actually is it that you want to manifest? What is it that you actually want with your life? What do you want your actual physical life to even look like? Maybe you're like either like a little bit uncertain about what will actually make you feel happy and fulfilled, or maybe you know what it is that you want, but you feel a little bit uncertain on how to actually bring that into your life and how to make it happen. And I'm really sensing here that you're being asked to not actually think too much more about that right now. Like there's an ask here for you to kind of let go, trust yourself and trust the cosmos that things are going to unfold for you naturally. And I feel like the part that you're being asked to play right now is to bring yourself into the physical moment exactly as life is right now. Get yourself out of like the mental realm and bring yourself into the physical. I always see the Empress as the physical embodiment of your desires, but in order to know how to embody your desires physically, you have to let yourself exist in the physical realm. So some ways that you can do this, like I really love yoga. Like I love yoga that brings me like really into like the present moment. Of course, I am biased. I am a yoga teacher. So obviously, imagine I was like, I fucking hate yoga. Like, but I feel like any movement that you feel like brings you like into the here and now and cultivates like a really good energy within you is going to be really beneficial. You can also do more sensory things that bring you into your body. So this can be like going for a massage, giving yourself a massage, going for a bath or a shower, using all different kinds of products with different textures and different smells, and kind of let yourself be immersed in those senses. Even things like cooking and enjoying a really lovely meal that has loads of like rich flavors, or like if you can't cook, like get somebody else to cook it for you or like order something in, I don't know, but like really like letting yourself like then enjoy like the taste of something, the flavor of something, and really kind of leaning into all of those sensations. And this stuff can feel really unimportant and really boring, and you might be like, why are you telling me to do all of this stuff? You're not my fucking doctor. But I always think if you can take time to like get out of your head and drop down into your body, let yourself be right here, right now, it actually gives your mind freedom to come up with the answers on its own. The Empress, of course, has the energy of Venus. So she is, of course, all about enjoyment, pleasure, all of that. Like she is really all about like the kind of physical body. But Venus is also all about magnetism, drawing your desires to you, fertility, growing anything that you want. And I think that the reason that Venus is so good at this is because she is so able to like tap into like that joy and happiness and pleasure of the present moment, that naturally draws and magnetizes more of that to her. And that brings us to the end of your Taurus season tarot scope for 2026. I really hope that you have enjoyed this video. If you have and you would like to see videos like this from me every single month, along with other videos for full moon, new moon, some meditation stuff, some energy work practices and all that good stuff, then I would really recommend subscribing. Please like the video. It's really good for like the algorithm so that I can know that this is like a video that people enjoy and I can make more of them. If you would like to book a tarot reading with me, you can do so by emailing my mind just went blank. The email address that is on screen right now. I will also have my details in the description box. And until next time, bye.